Hey YouTube, this is Primetime Pokemon. I'm here with part 2 of me opening a brand new Scarlet and Violet Pokemon booster box. This is part 2, so I'll be opening up the second 18 packs of the booster box. Now I did purchase this booster box from Collector's Cash for $117.99. Now, if you missed out on part 1 of this booster box opening, there'll be a link in the description of this video, and I would highly recommend you watch it because I'm very happy with the pulls, and I pulled out some of the cards that I wanted most from this set. So Scarlet and Violet is the newest set in the Pokemon TCG, official release date March 31st, 2023. It is the first set in the 9th generation of sets. The biggest change for the set, of course, would be the gray borders instead of the yellow ones. And of course, this set reintroduces the EX cards into the trading card game. So from that initial 36 booster packs, I opened up the right stack of packs first. Now we're on to the left stack. At the end of this video, I'll summarize my pulls in this video as well as going back to the part 1 of the booster box. But like I said, very, very happy with the pulls in part 1. If I can get anything close to that in part 2, this will be one amazing booster box. Now normally I do show the price guide for cards from this set. At this point in time, there's really not anything that's super valuable. I think the most valuable card is $73, the Miriam, the special illustration rare, the alternate art trainer. Krokorok starts the first pack. Mankey, Squawkabilly, Capsakid, Lucario, Rock Chestplate, Setatan. Of course, 2 reverse hollows in each and every pack, also called officially the parallel foils. Heracross, an experience share. If you get an illustration rare or a special illustration rare, it's in that second spot, and you are guaranteed a rare hollow in each and every pack, this being a King Gambit. So card trick wise, like I mentioned in the first video, you can just go straight through rarity wise. You don't have to move cards around. The last 2 cards in the pack would be the energy card and then the code card. So I just go like so and then move these 2 cards off to the side. Makes it better for videos like this. You don't have to mess around with the cards too much. Lechonk starts this one. Tarantula, Watrel, Mankey, Flamigo, Fortress, Rocky Helmet, Kirlia as the reverse hollow. Would love to pull the Gardevoir out as an illustration rare. Drifloon. And the final card would be an Annihilate. Of course, the brand new Stage 2 evolution of Mankey. And then Primeape. The Paldea starters on this one. Next set coming out in May. I believe it's called Paldea Evolved. That's coming around the corner, about a month away. Pre-release is just in a couple of weeks already. Probably 3 weeks from now. Alamamala starts this one. Pomo. Toadschool. Rotom. Flaffy. Blissey. Youngster. Bisharp as the first reverse hollow. Second is a Breloom. And the final card would be an Arboliva. Like I mentioned in part 1, do apologize if some of the names are incorrect. A lot of times I'll go based off the Pokemon anime, the way they pronounce it. Sometimes the Pokemon Company International or the Pokemon video games have trailers where they announce the Pokemon. I go off of that. Of course, Pokemon all made up, so really you can say it however you would like. Even in the Pokemon anime, Pokemon is the way that the name is said, I believe, in the theme song, and then Pokemon is also said. Chansey starts this one. Rare Candy. Fido, pull that as an illustration rare. Pretty cool card. Dedenne. Jacques. Florigato. Zangoose. Alamamala as the first reverse hollow. Fido as the second. And then a Professor's Research as the rare. No longer having rare non-hollows rather. Also, Rainbow Rares gone from the TCG. Pulled this as a full art in part 1. 2 different forms of Professor Research, Seda, and then this one, which would be Turo. Both fan favorites for the most part. Here is the Terraform of Gyarados. Pulled the Arcanine out. Would love to pull the Gyarados out. Just very collectible, I would say, just appearance-wise. Toad School starts this one. Sounds like old school to me. Rotom, Krokorok, Chansey, Espathra, Ultra Ball, a very useful trainer card, Arven, Tropius, Sprigatito, and the final card would be a Skeledirge. So far, it looks like I opened up the better half of the booster box. And I know early on, I believe it was Sword and Shield, maybe even going back farther than that, the boxes were mapped where it was one in every so many packs was guaranteed to have a rare haul or better. So you could just, if you had a sealed booster box, just go in those certain spots throughout the entire booster box and you are guaranteed to hit all of the best cards. Pineco starts this one. Flittle, Fuecoco, Drowsy, Stonejourner, Penny, Metacham, Professor's Research. Here's Professor Seda. This is actually a rare. Pineco. And then the final card would be a Dundanzo. Or Dundozo. My mistake there. Sometimes you just have to go with it. Now I pulled that Professor's... Let's see, for the other one, that was just a rare holo. Is that correct? Yes. Professor's Research, the other one was a rare holo. I was going to say, did I pull out a rare reverse holo? But no. Here we have a Miraidon, of course, the better of the two, at least in this set, for cards in the competitive scene. Of course, the standard format changing based on that letter on the cards. It looks like G on most of these. Rare Candy, the first card here. Fido, the Dedenne, Pineco, Cacturn, Messagoza, Heracross, Quaxley. There we go, a Nest Ball. Now this is, to me, a gold secret rare. 3 gold stars on it, meaning the official name of this would be a hyper rare. It says, search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. So an always useful trainer card, but this is a hyper rare and a very good pull. Love pulling gold from my packs. And then we have a Great Tusk EX. It's one of 12 different Pokemon EX. Now I'm starting to have some cards to summarize off to the side. It is strange seeing the secret rares pulled in that reverse holo spot instead of that final spot, but it does make a set a lot more fun to open up, just like all of those sets that had the Trainer Gallery subset cards within them. Move that Basic Energy and Trainer, or the TCG Live code to the side. Nemona starts this one. Lechonk, Flubebe, Growlithe, Quaxwell, Experience Share, you can see, Pokemon Tool, a new category, not a subcategory of item anymore. Toedscruel, Energy Switch. There we go, Dolliv, so another illustration rare. This card, decent in competitive play with Apply Oil during your opponent's next turn. If the defending Pokemon tries to attack, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, that attack does nothing. So more of a disruptive card. And then the final card would be an Indeedee. I am just starting to really like the gray borders, but as you can see on this Dolliv card, it's not centered the best. So the quality control issues have continued for the TCG. Here is the Terra Gyarados. Terra, good ability, essentially. An ancient trait type ability that it cannot be damaged while on the bench. Flittle starts this one. Fuecoco. Drowsy. Nemona. Defiance Band. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, the attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Drifblim, Nestball, Tarantula, Cacnea, and the final card would be a Revavroom. I haven't looked too deeply into what cards they're the most competitive outside of course, Miraidon EX is very good. 258 total cards in this set. That includes 60, if you can believe it, secret rares. Staravia starts this one. Ralts, Tandemos, Pokegear 3.0, Vitality Band, Cyclizar, Toxtricity, Spoopa is a first reverse holo, second is a Magnemite, and the final card would be a Klefki. I do like the holofoil pattern on the Black Star promo cards from the Scarlet and Violet series of promos. The Galaxy holofoil, original holofoil design of the Fossil and Jungle set, some of my favorite designs of all these sets in the TCG. Alright, Lechonk starts this one, just a fun Pokemon to say. Flubebe, Growlithe, Staravia, Pachirisu, Picnic Basket, Bombardier, Magikarp, Energy Search, and the final card would be a King Gambit. Alright, getting down there on packs. Here's what I have remaining. Looks like 3, 6, 7. Just looking at the 7 packs, it's hard to believe. What did I open up? 78 booster packs many, many years ago on YouTube, and that would have been the record. Now you have these Poketubers that are opening thousands of packs. Of course, they're just opening the packs to sell the cards and then make money off the views. Not what I did back in the day, but the market has changed for Poketubing in general. Floette starts this one. Pawmi, Smoliv, Wiglet, Mossold, Crocodile, Florges, Silicobra, Jacques, and the final card would be a Houndstone. So only 3 cards that I've set aside make that 4. I think I had 9 cards that I summarized at the end of the video in part 1 when it comes to essentially double rares or better. I think this is the pack. Let's get something good right here. I don't know how many of the special illustration rares you get in a booster box. I would like to get 2, maybe pulling that Miraidon EX. Ralt starts this one. Tandemos, Pokegear 3.0, a very useful trainer card. That was one of the trainer cards that I used in my League Cup winning deck. Floette, Hypno, Beach Court, Sandaconda, Toxel, Clauncher, and then a Koraidon. So I was off on the gut feeling I had, pulling something in that pack. Maybe it'll be in this one with the starters on it. Some fun names there. Quaxley, Fuecoco, Sprigatito. I'm actually relearning Spanish to help with Mia, my daughter. She's going to be learning both Spanish and English. I think I'm on like a 20-some day learning streak on Duolingo. Of course, my wife fluent in Spanish. My brother's actually fluent in Spanish as well. Grievard starts this one. Mashif, Spoopa, Meditite, Muck. Ooh boy, some miscut cards. Vivian, Dockspun, Krogunk, another Dockspun, and the final card would be a Miraidon. So not much to summarize here in part 2. 4 packs left to go. Need to have some fire, really, to make part 2 worth it. I had a lot of fun in part 1. Not so much in part 2, but that's usually the way it goes. Is one half of the booster box will be a little bit better than the other. Okay, this pack, it starts with Pawmi, Smoliv, Wiglet, Grievard, Katie, Staraptor, Electric Generator, Mashif, Arboliva, which is a rare, and the final card would be an Oinkologne, and this is an EX. So, second EX pull in this video, part 2. Again, you can see that very cool star pattern if you just turn it enough. Radiant Collection-esque, I would say. 3 packs left to go now. Koraidon on this one. The Scarlet mascot Pokemon. Same code card for each and every pack, which is nice to see. It's not giving away what's in that final spot. Energy Search starts this one. Grimer, Bruxish, Cacnea, Tatsugiri, Scovillain, Torkoal, Greedent, Nimona, and the final card would be a Hawlucha. Does remind me of opening up some of the Plasma series sets with those. I believe they're the Team Plasma cards that had a blue border. I would see those in the back and think, oh boy, this is going to be something good in the end of the pack. And it's just like now, you see that silver border towards the back. It looks like a little bit darker border. You get back there, just a rare holo. It really is just a rare holo. It's hard to believe from the original series sets, really for quite a long time. Rare holo cards are the best cards you could pull. Now, you're guaranteed a rare holo at the very least in every single pack. Second to last pack here starts with Mashiff, Spoopa, Meditite, Energy Search, Wugtrio, Judge, Floatzel, Reverse Holo of a Fido, another one of Nestball, and the final card, nice, an Arven, and this is a full art trainer. So technically, this is an ultra rare, but Arven, let's take a look and see what this card does. Search your deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So very happy with this pull. That made part 2 a little bit better, getting essentially that gold secret rare and a full art trainer. Let's see what happens in this final booster pack. Then I'll summarize the pulls from both part 2 and the entire box. So essentially the best Pokemon from the set on the cover artwork design. Let's pull something good in one of those reverse holo spots. Let's see, 1 and 2. Final pack. It starts with Squawkabilly, Capsakid, Alamamala, Palmo, Mabostiff, Oinkologne, Spiritomb, reverse holo of a Sandaconda. Second one would be a Drowsy. Let's see what's in the end. It would be an Armarouge. So I can summarize my pulls from part 2 here. A solid opening, I would say, out of the second 18 packs, but definitely part 1 had the better pulls. Okay, from part 2 of the Scarlet and Violet booster box opening, I was able to pull out just 2 rare reverse holos, an Arboliva and Professor's Research. A couple of Pokemon EX, also known as double rare rarity-wise now, an Oinkologne and Great Tusk. 1 illustration rare in Dolliv. This would be known, like I said, as 1 gold star, an illustration rare, and then a full art trainer. This technically known as an ultra rare with those 2 silver stars in Arven. And then the one and only, what would it be? It would be a hyper rare. Still learning the new terminology, but this would be a hyper rare, one and only hyper rare from this entire booster box in a nest ball. So I'll be right back with a summary of the entire booster box. Alright, so here are all of my best pulls from the entire Scarlet and Violet booster box. So as you can see, I was able to pull out 5 Pokemon EX, of course that double rare rarity. Was able to pull out 3 of the illustration rares, 1 of the special illustration rares, so close to the Miraidon EX that I was really hoping for, 2 full art EX, both rarity-wise, they would be ultra rares in the Arcanine and the Great Tusk. Really like this Terraform. Was able to pull out 2 full art trainers, so 2 more ultra rares, and then 1 hyper rare in the gold nest ball. So this was a very fun box to open up. Part 2 is a little bit disappointing, but overall I would take a box like this any day of the week. So that will conclude this video. Thank you everyone for watching. As always, before you go, make sure to check out all the links in the description of this video, including a link to my Patreon and my book. But the easiest way to support my channel, leave a like on this video if you think it deserved it, and then subscribe to my channel. So thank you everyone for watching. Happy Pokemon card collecting, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.